up on the Golden Hour. Our entertainment reporters are first. It's Psoriasis Action Month. We have Dr. Shongwe from Babane Clinic telling us more on the condition. It's a Health Tuesday on the show. Let's take a look at our health quiz based on training and exercise questions. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show on a Health Tuesday. Sanibonani kade sinigcinile Golden Hour. Sithinje sanembukela on the show. This is the only show where we say #kumnanzekhaya. It's good to be home, guys. It's a Health Tuesday. That means that we are learning about a particular condition that we felt that you guys needed to learn on. And of course, I like to emphasize on the fact that we are not experts on the show. That's why it's very important for us to go out there in the field and get the right people to tell you more about different conditions so that you guys are educated from people that actually know what they are talking about. So today we have Dr. Shongwe all the way from Babane Clinic about this condition called psoriasis. Basically, immune system yakho over reactor kakhulu noma mhlambe yakha ema cells lamaningi kakhulu such that ukhanze ukuthi your scalp is now scaly. There's a lot of things, it's itchy now. So he's going to be telling us more on that, and of course stay tuned on the show because there's so much that we're going to be learning about, in particular finding out from the general public ukuthi niyadini vile njengoba sinabo Health Tuesday niyafunza yini ngalama conditions esihlale sikhuluma ngawo on the show, guys. Finally, I am matching with my partner in crime, Braids, for the first time, me and her on the show. Yeah. Hi Nokuphila, how you doing?
Thank you so much, and I hope that you welcome me into the world of braids.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm welcoming you. It's a free world. It's a nice world.
It's not really nice because it's expensive.
It is, I know.
It
very
is, right?
Expensive. Gansi, hair, like you said earlier, or last week, you said hair is an investment.
Yes,
you don't have to worry.
Yes. We have the same wig or hair for minimum 3 years.
Yes.
It's an investment.
Yeah, that's true.
50 rand, you know,
2 months work, no one will tell.
Right? But you have to change it at least once a month. No,
yeah.
I'm good, Noma. How is your day?
I'm awesome. My day was fantastic. Thank you.
Great. It's a Tuesday, everyone. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the Golden Hour on a Health Tuesday. Sibabo Bush Doctor ngalesibili siyanhlomisa. Have this research as a Golden Hour and bring you all the facts on the show on a Tuesday. Sigqoke amajazi eflamhlophe sesisakhona namajazi ngewabone ngoba invisible but wona siwembethe namuhla but ke sibheketelwa i-expert hlelo lomhlanje obasashito noma stabe sine insert yethu lomhlanje le Golden Hour from a Dr. Shongwe lobuya lapha eMbabane Clinic tabasifundisa nge-psoriasis sifo lesilonga sati namhla ke udabe usati ngoba udabe uhledu ubukela ihlelo le-Golden Hour. Welcome to the show. #kumnanzekhaya. It's good to be home. My name is Nokuphila Masangane. It's a very special day. Lonke langa njalo njalo. Yabo ikhalenda iyangichaza, you know.
Yeah.
United Nations iyangichaza because it's every day is a day to celebrate. Every day is important as the last day. You know, today is what is called International Day of Medical Transporters, right?
Yeah.
There's so many of them, a variety of them.
Yeah.
Police included. I'm going to put them in the list.
Yes, we can put them in the list. They are
transporters.
medical transporters,
Yeah.
of course. Not so long ago, we're just seeing, you know, a pedestrian being hit by a car, and the first responders of that incident were police officers. So I will consider them to be medical transporters as well. But we are also celebrating Nabalaba Shailema ambulance, Nabalaba Shailema helicopters for countries that actually have those kinds of services. These are people that are very crucial, guys. Frontline, first responders of someone being sick or of someone being traumatically injured. Those are the people that actually show up first on the scene. So we're celebrating them. And also I like the fact that it correlates with our Health Tuesday. Siyababonga, appreciate very much because they have to work under pressure. If under pressure was a person, those are the people that, you know, work under pressure because sometimes it's a matter of life and death and they need to decide in the next 4 minutes, no matter 3 minutes. So we just want to say that we appreciate their service. We appreciate them for doing the work that they do. This is when you get to realize that out there, even the little things that you feel like are you right, but there's people that actually devoted ambulance.
Even their lives.
In their lives.
Even their lives. I remember during COVID, they were termed or called essential workers.
Yes.
You know, for so many reasons, you know. So, and go plung man go buy a medical transporter because over plung nje nakuthiwa lo muntu ushone ungakhona kumbeka esibhedlela. ningafika esibhedlela.
Yeah.
So sad. It's really
Yeah.
sad. Now unenhlitiyo ke elivelo.
Yeah.
You know, kubuhlungu kakhulu, you know. So
That's
today's
true.
also what is called National Radio Day, right? Kune International Radio Day lesayikhulumisa ngaFebruary le celebrate ngumhlaba wonke langa ke leli official labekwa UNESCO ngayo February 13, but this one is called National Radio Day. Langa nje lapho khona silandzelela indzaba yobumcoka be theater of the mind, which is the radio, right? Siyathi radio lesikhule silalela bosiphambanana bombakaza bakhona ukuthi bakhe sithombe emcondvo uhledu uyibuka uyilalela iradio bakhona story ukwakhela ingqondweni yakho uhleke nawe ugagadzeke, you know, from just listening to what they're talking about or the story that they're relating. So iradio ibe integral kakhulu ekukhuleni kwethu esifundzela okuningi sifundzele how to tell a story, you know, kude tithombe ubhale story kude tithombe, you know. So radio has been able to teach us that and to grow us in, you know, to the people, the linguistics maybe that we are today. So yakhona khuluma Swati lesiphelele lesigcwele ngenxa yokuthi ukhule ukuthi ukhule ulalela kakhulu iradio noma ngabe mtitori lobo lalela o radio lalelako yesingisi. We celebrate that on the show today, and we celebrate kakhulu the invention, you know, and innovations that came about in the world of radio. Siyathi ukuthi radio iqale kakhulu ma inventions basaqale in the late 1800s. Bathi kahle kahle kude umuntu longakhonjwa namuhla kuthiwe sezibani noma Italian so and so or German person so and so is the person that we give credit to for the invention of radio, the radio that we appreciate and listen to even today. Bathi kude baneng bantu laba contributile basina Nikola Tesla naye is one of the people that contributed to the invention and patenting of Iona radio. So we celebrate that today on the show, and of course, you know, in celebration of this particular day, we're not celebrating this gudvu iradio kuphela nyalo sase radio set khona setimotweni ma inventions ekahlukene iradio iqale yaba inkulu. It went on to, you know, the small sizes that we see today, and even our phones you're able to access a radio. So we celebrate the radio personalities. Your favorite one, local or international? Who's your favorite radio personality, local or international?
I would say my favorite definitely is Paul Mudiadie in South Africa. I think she's created for it. And locally, I think Danele. Is it Danele or Danele? Yes. Yeah. And then is she the one? Yes, Danele Mosa. Is she the one that does Talabasha Netabo? I don't know if she's the one, but I
really
also
sure.
like, yeah.
I'm not
but
really
Danele,
sure.
I think those are my two favorites.
Yeah, my all-time favorite radio person locally, Fifi Dope is my favorite.
Okay.
She's dope.
Yeah,
like the name
she's
says.
dope.
Yeah. And then maybe in South Africa it has to be. I know she's not on radio, but Bonang Mateba was by far my favorite radio personality.
Yeah.
Her presence, her boldness, her voice. She was just listenable, if there's any word like that, you know. So I really loved her. We celebrate them, all the radio personalities. We know that Panama Awards to celebrate them, award them for the great work that they do. We celebrate them today on the Golden Hour. Nalaba lesikhule sibalela sibancane basingesabeva nje February, you know, in celebration of International Radio Day. Boqedu Sizindlovu and so many Rogers Mamba and so many other lesikhule sibalela sifika later esikoleni nje uve tin 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 bona ukuthi lelibhendile
Late kakhulu ayisezendlini.
Ngiyalofuna ngabe mina sengise station ngiyagibela, you know.
True.
So radio is just awesome that way. We share so many great memories ngayo radio. And of course we do have our random facts on the Golden Hour today. It's a Hell Tuesday, Noma. What is it that you found today?
So I found that obesity is the 5th leading factor of worldwide deaths. So umuntu masekasidudla siyathi bodokotela bavame ukusitshela ukuthi we are supposed to watch what we eat, take care of ourselves, exercise, but sometimes that is not practical. It's not practical if you have a lot of responsibilities. So they kind of so studla nje so couch potato, and that could actually kill you guys. So I think for me this is a motivation to say, guys, watch what you eat and also watch your weight, because you can end up, you know, being dead if like you don't take care of ourselves. So if it's accountable for like 5th leading risk factors for worldwide deaths, that means that it's something that is very hazardous. On a Health Tuesday, this is a very crucial fact to have. As I've been saying, guys.
Yeah, and we are on a gym. Okay, home gym. Right?
Home gym, yes.
Okay, also speaking about what you eat, you are what you eat, you know. This one is about potato chips.
Okay.
we may not love potato chips, but we find ourselves eating
Eating them
potato
a lot.
chips. Some potato chips are crisps, but crisps.
Yeah.
But they also are potato chips because they're made from potatoes.
Yeah.
Kunema slap chips, French fries.
Yes.
There's so many words that are put around, the different types of kinds of potato chips. But my random fact says potato chips cause more weight gain than any other food, right? So imagine how much food we have in the world, but just potato chips cause more weight gain than any other food, right? So it's really serious. I personally don't love potato chips.
I
but
remember you once saying.
I find myself eating potato chips.
Eating them. Because what's to eat? You run out of things to eat.
I do.
And I feel like a lot of these fast food outlets have, maybe if you want to buy a burger, there's chips. Wrap, chips. So
meat, chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I do not know. But sakubana na combo singwa nema chips and so many other things. Sakna kota na nema chips. There's a lot going on. For the people that love kota, I still do not love kota. I do not know. Ngamana ngli panchao. Netsingadli kota. So we also do have our guest artist. Since it's a Tuesday, right? We do have a blurred picture of a celebrity/artist for you to guess who that person is. Hit us up 762148888 or hit us up social media. Facebook, it's Eswatini TV, Eswatini_TV on Instagram. Guess who that artist is.
For the first time, I think I have no clue who that is. I don't know if it's local. I don't know if it's international.
That one is
I don't
blurry.
know. That one is very blurred,
that
right?
One's blurry. I'm getting a 0 out of 10.
Same.
I know, young shy.
But hit us up, guys, and tell us who you think that is on the picture. We are so eager to hear from you guys. I think we're ready for our entertainment report on the show. Okay, guys, we're ready for our entertainment stories today on a Hell Tuesday. We are taking it international all the way to the United States of America. We're talking about Biden endorsing Kamala Harris. So Biden is only left with a couple of months in term at the White House. So he took to stage at a fanfare on Monday night, which was yesterday, pleading that Harris's case after this year's last-minute campaign shakeup be heard. So President Joe Biden took the Democratic National Convention stage on August 19th to share his enthusiastic endorsement of Vice President Kamala Harris in the 2024 presidential race, guys. So Biden, who's aged 81, reminded voters why they supported him in 2020, and he made the case for them to once again keep Donald Trump out of the White House. This was by far my favorite line because he is very much against Donald Trump winning. So I think hence why opportunity cost the next best thing is Kamala Harris. And of course, with 5 months just left, Biden's job isn't finished yet, but his ceremonial handoff to Harris, age 59, on the first night of the convention emphasized the decision he made to step aside and let her run her campaign without obstruction. So calling Harris a close friend and woman with enormous integrity, he vowed to be Harris's campaign's best volunteer, guys. So there's a lot that's happening. So between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, I don't know. The stakes are too high for Donald Trump. Not that I want him to go back to office, guys. Obviously, the votes will then justify but I feel like it would be nice for the United States to have a female president. What do you guys think? Do you think Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Come on, they tried to kill the German American.
They
tried to kill this German American.
They
so
did.
Guys, give him a break. He has to win. Not that I like Trump. But what,
the
guys,
stakes are high for him.
Me either. Whether Kamala wins or not. But there's so many debates around Kamala Harris. Including her real original identity. Previously, she's been identified as an Indian American.
Yes, that's the thing.
And then now
also.
she's called a Black American.
Yes.
And there's so much controversy around that. I do not know, but there's so many things being said. And recently, Kamala Harris has been also endorsed or co-signed by Barack Obama, who's a former president of the United States of America, which is quite a huge thing.
Yeah.
And if Barack Obama endorsed her, you'd expect the likes of Oprah Winfrey, the likes of Tyler Perry, maybe, and so many of these giants and the entertainment industry in Hollywood to actually endorse her. So yeah, it's the entire USA black community against Donald Trump. I do not know who's going to win, but it's 5 months of waiting until we find out who's the next USA president. And another story from America to South Africa.
Yes.
Pastor Mboro Easy, right? So Pastor Mboro has been embroiled in so much drama, so much trouble ever since I won by 10 uzoba slicer. So the controversial pastor, popularly known as Pastor Mboro, igama lakhe ke lekudalwa nguPaseka Motswaneng. So his bodyguard and him have been denied bail. So that's the story today. It's a story that broke out yesterday evening. So he's accused of wielding a panga at the Methodist primary school in Katlehong, South Africa. So the self-proclaimed pastor once claimed he had visited heaven to meet God. His 37-year-old bodyguard Clement Baloyi and Mutsaneng's close relative, aged 27, had brought bail applications. So the relative was released out, but Mutsaneng and Baloyi remained behind bars. His lawyer claimed during their bail application yesterday that the criminal charges were politically motivated and that the police officers involved in the case were being influenced one way or the other. So the statement says this is a typical case where 3 are kept in jail, not in the interest of justice. And the lawyer also said he was only talking about some officers and that he was not attacking the police service as a whole or its entirety. So the self-proclaimed prophet shocked the country, shocked the world actually, for anyone that has been following this particular story and his community, when the videos emerged in social media of him wielding pangas and being escorted by an armed entourage while entering the primary school earlier this month. One of his private bodyguards, scaring pupils, at the same time entered the school and walked out carrying 2 children who were said to be Mboro's grandchildren. His co-accused son is the father's children. So the son has been released from jail. So for the next couple of days, close to a month, because hearing I think it's first week of October. So yeah, not jail in Mboro, except his son has been released for about 1 month.
Mina so long understand what was the intention of the guns and everything and showing up at the school.
Yeah, forcefully going to grab his grandchildren,
That's it.
Which he was refused to see or access, So the grandmother of the children, custody, so he couldn't see, visit, or whatever the kids. So he decided, let me go to school carrying pangas and my bodyguards and guns, and go grab my grandchildren with their father.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, it's a family
but
drama.
Very violent.
No,
very violent. There's other ways.
Grandfather.
Yeah, gangster grandfather.
But then he's a pastor.
Movies.
He's not really setting a great example.
He's not.
No,
he's not. Yeah. On our local stories, guys, we want to take a look at the upcoming International Trade Fair. We are so excited. I, for one, am so excited for it. I think it's going to be starting on the 31st of August, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, it's go bigger or go home. So we are going to be having SA artist Gacheni, and we're going to have Big Zulu in the opening ceremony of this big event in Eswatini. We know that the International Trade Fair is very important, coincides with Umhlanga Dance, and there's a lot of tourists that come into the country, and that way we get to make a lot of revenue, or we get to make a lot of money, because there's a lot of things that are bought this side, and of course just people visiting the country is great for our cultural exchange, and also just to experience what it feels like to, teach other people about our way of living. There's so many things that we get to experience as a nation, and we're very, very excited for that. And this year's theme particularly focuses on accelerating business in the Kingdom of Eswatini, especially when it comes to the youth and, of course, local artists, entertainment parts. But Nolwazi has way better information than I do.
South African hip-hop artist Big Zulu and Maskandi singer Gacheni will be performing at the Eswatini International Trade Fair opening ceremony on the 31st of August at the Mavuso Sports Center. The Trade Fair 2024 edition will begin on August 30 to September 8. It is hosted by the Eswatini Investments Authority and the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Trade to promote businesses in the country. Companies, corporations and businesses get to showcase their products and services in order to move in and explore local markets or look for trade partners in other regions. This year's theme is accelerating inclusive and sustainable business growth through digitalization and e-commerce. The International Trade Fair is not all about corporate and business. It also features music, fun and entertainment for both kids and adults. Don't miss out on the International Trade Fair, where you'll get an opportunity to trade, grow your business while enjoying music and fun.
Well, those are some great news from what will be happening at this year's International Trade Fair. That was an opening gig, right? The trade fair, a closing gig, but opening gig, Big Zulu, of course, will be one of the headliners, and of course some other local artists and DJs too are part of the lineup at this year's opening event, the ceremony of the International Trade Fair. And hopefully, in a few days from now, announcements, we'll see how Eswatini TV will be bringing, everything, all the action of what will be happening at the trade fair live on their screens, or viewer screens, and of course live on YouTube. So getting into other stories, locally, what also is happening is that Miss Cultural Heritage is back with some applications for any individual, any girl. If you think you're cute, you know the culture, you're not someone from another country trying to represent our culture like Chidima tried to do in South Africa, put in your application for Miss Cultural Heritage. This year's applications are out. Don't make it leave it even internationally, but Noloazi has the right story to tell.
Of Arts and Culture has announced that Miss Cultural Heritage 2024 applications are now open. The ENCNC is a recognized authority in arts and culture that strives to develop and promote the preservation of arts and culture while enriching the livelihood of Eswatini. The pageant is all about empowering and teaching young girls about the culture of the Kingdom of Eswatini. Tembegile Dlamini, the director of Miss Cultural Heritage, enlightens us on the terms and conditions stipulated for one to qualify.
Ngama-contestants ethu aka-Miss Cultural Heritage kubhekekile ukuthi kube intombazane eseyisicithile esikolwa neneminyaka nesiphohlongo kuya eminyakeni lo-26. Kubhekekile ukuthi kube intombazane lede umntwana lengakaze ishade. Yibo labavumelekile ukungenela lo mqhudelwano we-Miss Cultural Heritage.
To the young girl out there sitting at home wondering where can she find the application forms, Tembegile has more information pertaining that.
Ama-application forms ayatholakala kuto tonke tifundza lakangwane emahhovisini ethu.
Don't miss out on the opportunity to join this life-changing pageant, and remember to embrace your roots as they are your identity.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you think you are actually all that Miss Cultural Heritage pageant stands for, make sure that you apply. We want to see you guys being, people that are confident and standing in big, pageants like Miss Cultural Heritage. Maybe you'll represent us elsewhere in, other countries as well. So make sure that you drop your application. Tell your cousins and your cousins and your cousins' friends to drop applications. With that being said, we'll take a breather. When we come back, Sfunzaga Bandi about this condition called psoriasis.
It's your golden renewal of TV licenses for 2024 is now open. Here is a quick reminder. A viewer's TV license costs 180 emalangeni per device. Other accessories such as decoders and set-top box cost 50 emalangeni per device. For traders and repairers, TV license costs 300 emalangeni per business area. And now, to pay your TV license, use these following methods. You can use MTN Mobile Money with the number 76 222-000 or dial *007 *3 *7 hash, or you can use Eswatini imali. And you can pay our TV license at any post office in the country. Another option is you can use any Nedbank branch using our TV license account number 1199004337. Don't forget, when paying for your viewer's TV license, reference with your PIN at all times. And when paying for a retailer TV license, reference with your TIN at all times. For more information, call us on 7802-4543 or 34050163 or 34020879. And you can send us a WhatsApp message on 762222000.
A show where we interview inspirational young professionals who are making a real impact in their industries and reshaping our world. This is Young Climber.
My dream and my mission is to be a tangible example of a dream realized. You don't choose where you are born, of course, but you decide where you end up.
Our conversations spark ideas, fuel ambition, and elevate your career path. These are the stories that change your perspective on life, conversations that shape entrepreneurs and move careers forward. If you are serious about your career development, you can't afford to miss this show. Join me, Tabelo Dlamini, every Tuesday at 6:30 for Young Climber, where every episode could be your next big breakthrough.
Welcome back to the Golden Hour. It's a Hell Tuesday on the show. We hope that you guys are loving the show so far. #Gumnanzeka. It is good to be home. We carry on with the show. Kungolesibili ke namhla sifunza ngesifo lemhlambe ufana nami uyaqala kuva ngaso psoriasis, right? Psoriasis is a type of skin condition. Inyanga ya August, inyanga le mbekwe specifically to talk about or raise awareness about psoriasis, which is why it's called Psoriasis Action Month. So Golden Hour crew, the team took a few steps outside of the studio and visit the nearest doctor, Dr. Shongwe. Adosifundisa Dr. Shongwe lamhla ihlone Golden Hour ukuthi psoriasis yini nangabe kubuka noma mhlambe kuba nema patches of skin in some, is that the psoriasis yini umehluko waso, and so many other different kinds of skin conditions. Have a listen to this.
Greetings viewers at home. Today on the Golden Hour, it is a Health Tuesday, and we are here at the Mbabane Clinic or the Clinic Group, and we will be engaging to Dr. Shongwe, who will be telling us more about the chronic illness, which is also a skin rash known as psoriasis. Stay tuned and also tag along as we find out on how you can actually treat this chronic illness, or how you can actually protect yourself from getting this chronic illness known as psoriasis. Join us.
Good day. I am Dr. Bongiwe Shongwe, a general practitioner with special interest in aesthetic medicine. I'm currently practicing at the Clinic Group. Psoriasis is a chronic proliferative inflammatory disease, and it's a skin disease, and it's usually characterized by well demarcated area on your skin, which can that area can form a plaque, or rather forms a plaque, which is then has a silvery scale. That silvery scale usually it's like a glistening scale on top of that lesion, and as well it is red. So it can usually present as itching, and the itch sometimes can present as pain. So the difference between psoriasis and other skin rashes is, number one, The main thing is that it's a plaque, and this plaque is not just your flat plaque, rather it's more raised. It can be about 1 centimeter higher as compared to your ringworms or ringworms and eczema as well. So there are certain triggers, okay? Number one being genetic. It's one of the greatest, and then environmental factors and certain lifestyle factors. So people who are like, what can put you at risk is obesity, certain medication as well. That would be mostly if you stop your steroid medication for those who are taking steroids. It can be certain pain medication like non-inflammatory steroid. Yes, and then also you can have certain antihypertensive medication also causing that. Besides that, it is weather can be a factor as an environmental factor. That is cold weather and also dry air. So you can have flare-ups during the winter time, as well as stress, severe stress, because that triggers an inflammatory response, alcohol, smoking, and trauma itself, like a physical injury, can rather initiate that psoriasis flare-up. Yeah. There are different types of psoriasis. We've got plaque psoriasis, which is the most common psoriasis that is there. We've got gutted psoriasis, we've got erythrodermatous psoriasis, we've got nail bed psoriasis, we've got pustular psoriasis. So yes, we've got psoriasis vulgaris, we've got inverse psoriasis. So all of these are different types. Going back to the most common one, which is, as I said, the plaque psoriasis, is one that we usually see on the elbows, the knees, the scalp, and also some on your body. So if you've ever watched any videos on the internet, when it's unlike dandruff, but it's that thick, scaly, if they put a comb, that thick, scaly thing that you would notice. And with this one, definitely your family history is one of the main puts you much at risk. Then followed by another one, which is the gutted psoriasis, and that one usually follows an infection for those who have got like tonsillitis. So streptococcal infection can cause rather trigger that type of psoriasis. So then looking at the one which is a dermatological emergency is the erythrodermatous psoriasis, because that one, that patient is at high risk of infection, as well as that they can lose fluid, and also they can not retain temperature as well. So that is why it's a dermatological emergency. Yeah. With treatment, lifestyle modification is the primary treatment, which obesity is one of the risk factors which can cause this flare-ups. So weight loss is one of the lifestyle modifications you can make, as well as abstinence from alcohol, as well as tobacco smoking. With your doctor, depending on the severity of your psoriasis, or rather skin condition, it's either limited or it's all over the body. That would then determine which medication should be given to you. But initially, we start with topical treatment. So topical treatments is either your creams or ointments that we would prescribe for you to apply. And that could include topical corticosteroids, it could include topical retinoids, coal tar, salicylic acid with a corticosteroid of your choice, and also vitamin D derivative. Then when it comes to now oral medication, this would have to be then included after the failure of a topical treatment. That also varies. You can be given oral retinoid, you can be given oral corticosteroids as well. You could also be given biologics, which are biological rather tablets, which is maybe your antibiotics. Then also one which is very, very good is methotrexate as well. When it comes to food and psoriasis, there isn't much of an indication. Rather, it's your what studies have shown, or scientists, that your gut health does matter. So they would advise that maybe that you should stop taking gluten, or rather reduce the amount of gluten that you're having in your meals, and also fish as well. The intake of fish is what you can do, which you could take a bit at least twice a week, but mostly it's just the weight loss more than anything. On a psychological basis, for a patient who suffers from psoriasis, it is really difficult for that patient because that condition may be embarrassing. They are unable to be confidently wearing their clothes because of the skin condition. Especially if it's on the body, and if it's on the hair, you may have that embarrassment of even going outside. So some people are led to depression, or rather have anxiety. Some may have suicidal ideations, or rather because self-image does matter. So we do have arthritis due to psoriasis, and that is rather it's due to this chronic inflammation as well. So a patient can experience stiffness of the joints, swelling, as well as pain. It can be worse, especially in the morning. So treatment for it would be oral medication, it could be steroid injections, and also biologics as well. Primary, it would be to first consult with your doctor so that you may understand the condition. To understand it more would be a clear diagnosis of that condition, because you may go around thinking that you probably have it. First of all is we have the correct diagnosis, of which it's a clinical diagnosis that your doctor could make, or a skin biopsy, so that the accurate diagnosis can be made. However, learning more about it would be getting the right medical information from the internet to know more about it. Please visit the clinic group. Yeah. So we do have a team here that is well knowledgeable about your skin conditions.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a Health Tuesday, and that's how we kick it off on the show, by talking more or learning more about psoriasis from the rightful person. Nangibuka ke mina le condition lena elingisa sawukhwekwe, skin sakho siyacacabuka. That's what they call scaly skin, a part of the signs and symptoms, and what could cause it rather. It could be alcohol consumption, smoking, a lot of habits that we tend to have that are not good for our bodies. So yeah, that's basically what I learned.
Yeah, and of course, Bati, the end result of a skin condition like this one is stress.
Yes.
Leading up to depression. So it starts with stress, because you're stressed about your skin being itchy, the plaque, the buildup that occurs or happens on the skin is what is called plaque, according to Dr. Shongwe. So that could lead, to a stressful, mind. And you end up getting depressed because you have the skin condition that you don't really understand, and the only way to treat it, Bathi, it is getting oral medication. So good ointment lengasita mhlawumbe ukuthi iqede psoriasis, you need to go to the doctor, you need to go and see a general practitioner for them to diagnose what kind of medication that you need. And now mhlawumbe it's a skin condition lefana ne-allergy, you need to be able to demarcate that from what psoriasis is. So I hope that you guys learned a thing or two today on the Golden Hour. Asmite mathe nasibuya nehlelo siyaqhubeka.
It's your golden hour. It's your golden
Welcome back to the show, guys. Lihlelo iGolden Hour liyaqhubeka, and of course, you know, it's all things health today on the show. I can never stop saying that enough. Right about now, we have to take a look at our health quiz. So our health quiz, again, it's the first time watching the show and you don't know what I'm talking about. It's basically questions that we ask the general public, but in particular today we're focusing on training and exercise, right? Ukuthi niyati yini ukuthi umfundi makalimele, first aid, kits, what do you guys need if a person is hurt and things like that. Do people know of what they actually need to do in instances of emergency?
Have you ever been in a situation where they had to grab first aid kit?
No.
Never.
Thank God, never. How about you?
No. I thought maybe you have an experience of that.
No, I don't. I
Yeah.
don't. I haven't had an experience.
It must be traumatic. But yakhumbula school in the primary for me especially.
Yeah.
Bebaculeka abantu.
Bekuyitrendi but lokunye.
Bathi banemadimoni mani.
Nabo pingi basihlasele besingeke sihlale singagculeki.
Yeah.
But we want to look at, you know, the things that you need to do, how to respond to someone who needs emergency medical treatment or first aid in instances lapho khona sekalimele. Anyway, Tumelo obviously and the Golden Hour team took to the streets kubabuta ke bamfo. Let's find out what they had to say.
All right, greetings viewers at home. As you all know, today it is a Health Tuesday on the Golden Hour, and we do have our health quiz. Today we are out here at the Eswatini Hockey Association. My location is the Malkins Country Club, and we are here with the Eswatini hockey team. And right about now, I actually have both of the captains for the teams, and we're about to engage in a short health quiz with them. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
All right, maybe let's start with your names.
Vali Twala,
Vali Twala, and you are the captain of?
the ladies' national hockey team.
Okay. How you doing, sir?
All's good on my side.
Yeah, what's your name?
I'm Shengi Fagudze, and I'm the captain of the men's side.
All right. So on the Golden Hour, we normally have a health quiz that I'll engage with you guys. This one is mostly based on training and exercise. Yeah. All right. So the first one to get the answer correct can just answer. You know. let's make it a bit competitive. So the first question is, which of the following can help prevent sports injuries? A, ignoring pain and discomfort. B, proper warm-up and cool-down routines. C, skipping rest days. D, only focusing on strength training. B.
B.
Okay, okay. Fair enough. Let's move on to the next one. I have 3 questions, so this is the second one. Yeah, so the second one is, what is the primary benefit of cross-training for athletes? A, it allows for more intense workouts. B, it helps prevent overuse injuries and improves overall fitness. C, it focuses solely on one sport. D, it requires less time commitment.
A.
A. Okay, it's A.
Yeah, I think it's
I thought it was B. What is B again?
B is it helps prevent overuse injuries and improves overall fitness.
Yeah, I think it's B.
And A is it allows for more intense workouts. Okay. Okay, check out the Golden Hour to find out if you're correct. So I also have true or false questions, and I'm just going to ask you guys one because I see there's a whole lot team that we have to interview. So true or false, athletes should only focus on protein intake for muscle gain. False.
False.
Okay. Both of you are saying false. All right. Thank you so much, you guys, and we wish you all the best as you represent the country of Eswatini.
Thank you for having us.
It's awesome. So here we just have a health quiz for you guys, and the questions are actually based on training and exercise. So the first question that I have is, what is the best source of energy for athletes during prolonged exercise? A, protein. B, fats. C, carbohydrates. D, vitamins. You can raise your hand if you want to answer first. Oh my goodness, this is a hard one now. Okay, let me start with you.
I think it's carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates. Do you beg to differ?
I say carbohydrates
As
too.
well. Awesome. All right, let's move on to the next one. So, how often should athletes engage in strength training? So, A, once a month. B, 1 to 2 times per week, C, daily, D, only during the off season. Remember, raise your hand. Whose hand is up? Let's go.
I think 1 to 2 times a week.
Okay.
I don't know, daily, I think.
But you guys are actually athletes, right? You know, yeah, with the kind of training that you have, you should be knowing those answers. Okay, all right. Well, check out the golden hour to actually find out which answer is actually correct. So I also have multiple choice, true or false questions actually. So I'd also like to ask you just one true or false question. All right, let's go for this one. True or false? It's okay to exercise through pain as long as you can handle it. False, right?
Yeah. To get better before it gets worse, you know.
Yeah, all right. Okay, thank you so much, you guys, and we wish you all the best as you represent the Kingdom of Eswatini.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Awesome. So I just have a health quiz for you guys here, and the questions are actually multiple choice questions, and they just based more around training and exercise. So don't worry, they're not that hard. Okay, so the first question is the person who wants to answer first can actually signal by raising their hand up. Okay. All right, so the first question is, what is the recommended hydration guideline for athletes during exercise? A, drink only when thirsty. B, 1 to 2 sips every 10 to 15 minutes. C, 500 milliliters every hour. D, drink as much as possible. All right, I see we have an answer.
I think it will be C.
C.
Yes.
C, which is 500 milliliters every hour.
Yes.
All right. What do you think?
I would have to go with that, actually.
C.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Let's move on to the next one. So the second one is, what type of stretching is best performed before a workout? A, static stretching. B, dynamic stretching. C, ballistic stretching. D, passive stretching. Oh my goodness, you guys did not just do that. Oh, what are we going to do? Let's give him a chance.
All right. I would say B, dynamic stretching.
Dynamic stretching. All right, what do you think?
Same B, dynamic stretching.
Oh, so you guys know about this one?
I should think so.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so let's go for true or false question. Maybe I have one for you here. True or false? Consuming carbohydrates before a competition can enhance performance.
I would say true, as it's an energy-giving food. So obviously, if you're gonna consume carbohydrates, make sure it's like the night before. Have a nice heavy meal, and you should be good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I also think true. Because it is good to eat your carbohydrates, like a good pasta, great before a game.
Awesome stuff. Thank you so much for your time, you guys, and all the best as you prepare to represent the Kingdom of Eswatini.
Thank you.
Awesome. Right. Awesome stuff. So today I just have a health quiz for you guys, and this one is actually based on training and exercise. So the first question that I have for you is, which of the following can help prevent sports injuries? A, ignoring pain and discomfort. B, proper warm-up and cool-down routines. C, skipping rest days. D, only focusing on strength training.
Proper warm-up and cool down.
Proper warm-up and cool-down routines, which is B. What do you think, miss?
I also agree B.
All right, awesome. All right, so the second question that I have for you guys is, what is the primary benefit of cross-training for athletes? The first answer is, it allows for more intense workouts. The second one is, it helps prevent overuse injuries and improves overall fitness. And the third one is, it focuses solely on one sport. And the last one is, it requires less time commitment. B, which is, it helps prevent overuse injuries and improves overall fitness. All right, awesome. So I also have a true or false question. So I'll just give you guys this one. True or false? Consuming carbohydrates before a competition can enhance performance.
I think true. It gives you more energy.
Okay. What do you think, sir? True. True as well. All right. I'll just throw in one open-end question here, and this one is, what are some signs that indicate you need to take a break from training?
Mainly muscle stiffness and like tough breathing, hard breathing.
Okay.
Yeah, and signs of tiredness.
Right. Maybe just to handle the last one, what advice would you give to a beginner athlete regarding injury prevention?
Proper stretching and cool down to keep your muscles loose.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Proper warm up
Yeah.
and stretching. Then yeah, if you see that you're injured, just stop from there.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, you guys, and we wish you all the best as you represent the Kingdom of Eswatini.
Well, that's it for our health quiz today on a Tuesday, Health Tuesday. September they must and must not be done. You know, if you're a physical trainer, if you're a sporty person, there's things that you need to do that includes the intake of water, which is integral, is part of your training or whatever exercise that you partake in. September health quiz. We'll wrap the show up with what happened today in history. In 2014, an Indian teacher by the name BKS Iyengar, who helped popularize yoga globally, a system of Indian philosophy in the West, died at the age of 95. So that's the lady, that's the Indian teacher that we're talking about. At 95, she died. It must say something about yoga.
Yes,
Must
and
mean
my
something,
yes, must be
right?
something in that yoga.
There's so many benefits of yoga, right?
That's true. Also,
But
we're
you
looking at... Mina bengicabanga ukuthi ngibhudi, no offense. Ukuthi somdala, I guess. That's why. Anyway, we also want to take a look at Caster Semenya on our This Day in History segment. In 2016, she retained her title, guys, by winning again. Yeah, it's so controversial these days because, you know, steroids and stuff like that, and she's fighting it, and she has to be classified as a lady. There's a lot that she's fighting for, but basically we are looking at the fact that she actually won the Olympics in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, guys. That was 2016. Also, we do have birthdays. We're celebrating Amy Adams, American actress. She was born in 1974. Happy birthday to her. Specializes in comedy films.
Also in 1992, American actress, singer-songwriter Demi Lovato was born. She turns 32 today. We celebrate her too, and so many other people that are celebrating their birthdays today on the Golden Hour. Happy birthday to you. And of course, we reveal our artist today. If you think, unlike me, if you thought so well and found out, we're able to find out who that person is, it's time for us to do the reveal. Oh, really? Really now?
Christian Maz, guys,
Really
our local brilliant poet. Congratulations if you guessed it right. If not, we'll do better next time.
And he currently doubles that with presenting now. So apparently she's the new host of Street Quiz. So you need to stick around for that on Eswatini TV. We're going to Street Quiz with Yombona Christian Maz as the new host of Street Quiz. Guys, unfortunately, it's time for us to love and leave you on a Health Tuesday. Zabuya Kusasa on a Wednesday.
Good night.
Good night.
It's your golden hour. You slow down time in your
When you choose your adventures, you do so with an open heart and a desire for the unexpected. You embark on journeys to discover new worlds full of wonder. You choose a path to awaken your senses, a world to make you look up and realize just how inspiring this life can be. Arrive and awaken your heart. Explore life in ways only thought possible in your dreams. Discover just how far you go to expand your understanding of life's greatest mysteries. There's just one place on this planet with so much to offer. Now is the time for you to have the royal experience in the kingdom.
As the saying goes, education is the key to unlock the golden door of freedom. Great news for the learners. Eswatini TV brings back the home learning with a wide range of subjects for the grade 7s, Form 3s and Form 5s from the safety of their home.
Change in speed and there's no change in wavelength, meaning that the wavelength of the incident wavefronts
Watch Home Learning every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Eswatini TV. Sibuko Semaswati.
A brand new week with a brand new inspirational story. This week is definitely different because we are bringing you more of Eswatini's elite stories and how they can impact your life. And on today's episode, we have, or joining us rather, is of course Sandile Mzebele, who is a public speaker and debate coach. And most importantly, he is a teacher at one of Eswatini's prestigious schools. He joins us today to tell us about his life story and how he became all of this. Sandile, welcome to Young Climber.
Thank you, Ngozi.
You know, the education matters the most, especially the early education in your story. Can we talk about that, your primary life and how it, impacted or what influence it had in the role that you decided to take of being a public speaker?
All right, thank you, Ngozi. I think first things first, I'll start with saying I'm born and bred in Baban, particularly Hilltop Zone 2. So I did my primary rather at Sifunzani Primary School. I was honored and privileged to get that opportunity. I had a sponsorship that allowed me the opportunity to go there, which set a really strong foundation for eloquence and speaking. It is that background which allowed me to then